Okay, let's talk crystals and how to use your crystals. Now, for me, there's several ways in which I use crystals, and I also think there's no rule that this is the correct way or this is the right way. And because the whole working with crystals and stones is about how you resonate with them and how you feel around them and what works for you. Now, we know that the different stones resonate to the different energetic centers, the different chakra centers. We know that they correspond to the colors of the chakras, and we work very closely with those. And then also with all the literature, all the fantastic books, that there's wider properties for each stone, and that they can do very specific jobs and open, heal, repair, restore, revitalize, reduce, all of those lovely properties of crystals, as they are minerals of the earth. They carry the earth's wisdom, and then they carry their own frequency and information and vibration to do that repairing of distortion wherever we need it, in the body or in the world or in your space, in your home, in your community. So I just wanted to show you a little bit of what is on the crystal healing course at the School of Fine Tuning, and different ways. So for chakra placement, you've got these stones that are like a chakra set, and these have actually got engraved the chakra symbols on them. So you've got those, and then when someone is lying down, front or back, you can place these on the chakra body. Now, for the root chakra, I would place either low down, sort of between the knees, so that there's no imposing of handling in any areas that are immodest. And then coming up to sacral, you can just go below the navel, and then the solar plexus would be right at the diaphragm. Heart would be either between the breastbone or just slightly higher for the higher heart, if that felt right. Throat, you can either put, if it's a small stone, you can put them on the throat or to the side on the table or floor or wherever you're working. Third eye, the same. It can either go on the third eye or it can go beside, and then the crown you can place. And then sometimes it's really nice to, I like to do a sort of halo around the head of all different crystals and create this lovely halo around the head, which is really, really lovely. And then if I feel that the chakra is imbalanced, then I've got a lovely bag of additional stones that I could place and put around the body or tuck them underneath. You can, have them sort of tucked underneath the body. If it was kidneys or lung, you can put them across and sort of at the back as well. So you can find the stones that resonate with that healing frequency and that area, that energetics, and just pop them in there. Okay, and then you've seen that I've made some grids in the past that you can get a grid. I've got a grid template, and then I literally have all my stones and I place them intuitively. Now, you can make a very beautiful mandala symmetrical piece if you wanted to, or you can just place where you want. You can also dowse for stones. So I've got a few pendulums. I've got one, it's actually fallen down the back of my table. It's made out of beech wood. It fell this morning, so I haven't had time to pick that up before this request to make this video. But this one's really good. I can feel that actually tingling straight away and moving. Haven't even asked it if it's a yes or a no yet. So I often ask, is it a yes? Is it a no? Is it a positive, negative, whatever? That's really, you can see that I'm not doing anything and that's spinning. So pendulum dowsing is really amazing. And you can ask, does this client need this stone? Would this be the right stone to use? I've got a clear quartz Merkaba star here. And look, that's yes. Okay, so, thank you. Oh my goodness, my ears just went deaf. How weird, you know, when they go deaf, my ears just went deaf. And let's have a look here. Does Anna need, this is the tiger's eye. This is another Merkaba star. Can you see that? Yeah, my ears are going funny, like that tinnitus. Oh, that's a no. Like, it's actually going from side to side rather than, oh, that's a no. No, that's going the opposite direction. So this is not for me. God, this pendulum's talking to me. But I'll ask it a few questions when I finish the vid. What about amethyst? Do I need amethyst? Yes, that looks like it's positive. Go, oh, no. Oh, it's swinging back and forward. Can't decide. Do you know what? My ears picking up these three pieces going, no. That's going anti-clockwise. Now, here's the thing. I didn't even ask it whether it's a yes or a no. I need to go back because here we go. Can I have a yes, please, or a positive? I'm crossing my legs. Can I have a yes, please? A yes, positive. Now that is actually going, yeah, that clockwise. It's going clockwise. Yeah, so those yeses. So actually it's a yes to the amethyst and tiger's eye for me, and a no, I don't need the clear quartz. And thank you so much. Thank you. Can I have a no or a negative? Not need. Can I have a no, negative, not need? I just got a ringing in my ear. Oh no, that was something coming up on my laptop. Yeah, that's going the other way now. Fantastic. Can you see that? I'm just going to hold that. That's a negative, a no. No can be positive. Do you know what I mean? No's like, no, you don't need it, which is a good thing. So that's how you're just waiting and holding and asking. Can you see I've got my hand here? I just help it pick up the frequency of me. You can do it without, but I often sort of put something underneath it to pick up and to connect to the frequency. So yeah, you can dowse for what crystals your client or yourself needs or want to select it. And then also sometimes I ask what is balanced and what is imbalanced if I'm working chakras. So what is balanced? And I ask what is balanced, and then it will go either clockwise or anti-clockwise. It's going clockwise for balanced. Okay, it's picking up on balance. Amazing. And then so the imbalance would be the other way, imbalanced. Can I have imbalance, please? I'll just hold this. Yeah, it's going very quickly. It's going the other way. Amazing. So that's imbalance. So I can go through the chakras on my client to find out what is balanced and what is imbalanced, and then I know whether it's a yes, like a positive, or no, we don't need it. So that's the way. I love the pendulum. I've got that beach one. I'd love to show it you because the beach one I've had, I might just crawl underneath the table in a minute and get it, because I've had that beach one honestly about 30 years. It was one of the first things I got when I went into complementary therapy, and I used to go to the horticultural halls at Victoria or Pimlico or something in London. I mean, it is 30 years ago, and that was one of the first things I bought was a pendulum. I was really intrigued by it because the guy showing it was demonstrating. And then I also picked up some of my first crystals from Stone Age. In fact, I've got a couple of crystals I got from Stone Age. These must be 30 years old now, and these apopholites. These are from, I think a chap's called Louis at Stone Age. I'm sure you all know him if you're watching. But these are like little apopholite triangles from Stone Age that I got at my very first Mind, Body and Spirit. It's got to be 30 years ago. And these as well. I went to a talk with Louis and you got these as a gift. Recently, last summer actually, I went to Stone Age and I bought these two beauties these are for meditation. So in Gyan Mudra you can connect and meditate using these double terminated stones. These are so pretty, aren't they? They're so lovely. And then I found this is like a double terminated amethyst. This is from London, from a nice crystal shop in London. Anyway, this is not a show and tell of my crystals. And I'm sure your collections are much vaster and bigger than mine. But, so another one, you know, I know that with wands, The wands, if you're doing clearing or direction, you can move energy away. And it's, do you know what, it's so much about the intention. It's the intention, because everything in nature is energy, and we are in nature, and these are from nature. So if the energy of this is to amplify, it will amplify. And I'm always asking the clear quartz to amplify my other stones, or to amplify the energy. But if I'm working with a wand, and I'm working with the point to direct the energy very, very particularly, and I'm working to either comb down an aura or direct energy downwards. If I wanted to work on someone's thyroid, and I might program and imprint it, I might ask and do a prayer and imprint the stone, although it has its own properties. So working with sodalite stones here, or lapis lazuli for blue, I could ask these stones to help with communication, help with my thyroid, help with expressing myself. And then you would lay the stones either to the side, underneath, or wherever you wanted. And then to amplify that, I might bring on my clear quartz crystal. This is also from Glastonbury. This is from a retreat called Shambhala. I went to Shambhala, oh my goodness, that's got to be when I was 30, and I'm 52 now. So I've had these stones for ages, and I put them out in the full moon, and they still love me. And I love my stones. And so yeah, then I'm going to ask it to amplify. I can feel this tingling in my finger right here. So have your stones around you. I have my stones around me all the time. But I'm going to work this, and you can work it in a clockwise. You can do, if you do Reiki, you could do your Reiki symbols, you can do your Chakra symbols, you could use these. So these are really pointed and specific to amplify. That's my use for these. Clear quartz also resonates with crown chakra, so it allows you to connect beautifully with your higher source and source energy, and yeah, your spirit. I love that. Here's another one. Great advert for Stone Age here, right here. So this is beautiful. This has got like a rainbow, sheeny pearl. This is so lovely, isn't it? I seem to be attracted to double terminated crystals. How beautiful is that? And again, this could be used as a wand to amplify, or I can put it a placement. I might choose to sort of place it on my higher heart. I could just hold it. So yeah, I mean, you can use them like placements and grids and pointed to really focus. You know, if I was working on someone's stomach, you could just really work sort of, you know, point it in the direction that you want it to go, clockwise direction for good movement of the bowel. For lungs, you could, you know, get a couple of stones and work to try and really pull the energy, you know, and free up energy of the lung. And then you can place some blue and pink and green all over the chest, just to free up the heart and throat chakra here. So what else? I mean, please, we know that in the full moon we can make these grids. The grids I leave for 24 hours, and I set an intention for the grid, and then I look at the grid. And so it might be that it's for strength and healing, or for mental health, so that I feel a bit more safe and stable and grounded. So I'll set the intention for that, and I'll put my stones out, and I'll put my big quartz crystal, I'll line these up to amplify it. I've got tiny little chips, I think they're called, of quartz that you can sort of put around it that also amplify it. So you're making a very intuitive mandala, and I'll set the intention for it, and then I will look at it and meditate with it and sit and be with the grid, and then pack it away slowly. You can smudge it with some sage once you've finished before you put them away. So yeah, you know, you can wash them just with water, and then charge them up in full moon. And I like the sun. They like the sunlight as well. So you know, when you're working with them, just work intuitively. Really sort of do a consultation and see what your client or your guest wants. you want to look at what area, what chakra opens up, what conversation opens up, and then you're going to select the stones that work well. And then I do a general placement, and then I focus in on what they need. And then you can look up stones in your book, in your manual, to find out, okay, so they need sodalite, or they need lepidolite, or quartz, or tiger's eye, or carnelian, and then really focus in on that. So bring carnelian. It's your intention that you could do a placement, and you could put, tuck them under the back or place on the front, and then work with a wand, a quartz wand, so you can use, like, moonstone's a really nice one as well to have in a wand. And there's also the selenite as well. It's just so lovely, that sort of almost frosted look. And look up all your properties, learn your properties, and figure out how you want to use it, and then see what your intuition wants you to do with it, whether you want to do big circles, whether it's pulling out, whether you're lifting and doing some lifting out, maybe work with 2, lifting out, smoothing out, or just holding. You can literally just make a grid around your client or guest and leave them with that, and just hold that loving intention for healing for them. So please do put some questions or comments if you have any. But when you're doing your case studies at the School of Fine Tuning for your crystal healing, you could select some jewelry for your client to wear. You could select you can make some jewelry for your client to wear. You could make a little product that puts crystals in the rollerball. If you're an aromatherapist, you can make a rollerball and put the crystals in the rollerball. You can suggest and recommend ways in which you could use the crystals. You can put them in your drink. You can sleep with them. You can put them under your pillow. You can wear them in your clothes. You can put them in your bag. You can have them arranged. You could make a mosaic. You could do whatever. It's to be creative with the stones, but to have them integrated into your life so that you're looking at them and you're observing them and feeling the resonance and energy of them. So that's really, if you're doing your case studies, to be really creative. And there's certainly no judgment from me when I'm hearing from you doing your case studies. I'm really intrigued to see what you did, whether you did some dowsing for them, whether you just selected them from the consultation, whether you looked it up, whether you did a combination, whether you chose jewelry or a remedy. Look at other ways of incorporating them into people's lives that feels creative for you. And then there's the massive geodes that are just incredible. I don't have any geodes. I wish I did, but I haven't got any. And I haven't got any of those cross-section, those lovely plates, those discs of plates. They're just, and you can hang them, and you can make beads and jewelry, and you can make hangings. And I make these lovely vastus where they hang. Let me show you my vastus that I make. These lovely crystals that hang in your room. This is just a piece of glass, this one, but these are, what are these? I can't remember what these are now. It is moonstone and rose quartz. Yeah, it's moonstone and rose quartz. So pretty, so pretty. So you can get creative. And just thinking before I finish if there's anything else. And then of course you've got all the gua sha crystals as well. That you could look into working with those. So I think the thing is that you are studying to be able to recommend to people how to and what to select, and then how best to incorporate them into your life. And if you wish to, now some people don't want to, and it might be that you do a meditation, like a distant healing meditation, so that you sit quietly with your stones and you do a silent, distant meditation and healing for somebody. If they don't want it, if they think it's all a bit woo-woo and not interested, then you've got that possibility as well. So just to be confident in experimenting, I think there are 3 case studies to do. So it's not a lot, and I wish you all the very best of luck doing those. If you are interested in doing the crystal healing course, do get in touch. I'm doing it remotely at the moment, so please get in touch. I'd be absolutely delighted to take you through that, and I send you lots of love.